Hello, welcome to In the Red Corner. Just a spontaneous live. Not sure if I spelled that right in title, to be honest, but never mind. It's Christmas time, innit? So sorry. I'll just wait to see if anybody does jump in, and we'll take it from there. If not, as always, goes up as a normal video on my channel. I just thought I'd do one. Why not? Stuff to talk about. Probably get things like off your chest as well. Whether people watches this channel or not, I don't know, but it's always good to vent your feelings about what's happening at Oakwell. So yeah, that's what I just thought I'd do this video for. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Like I say, if anybody just joined in, just let me know. So, well, where do you start? We've gone from a fairly strong position from last couple of weeks, probably last month or so, to, well, 15th. We're looking over a shoulder already. We're a lot closer to relegation zone than we are top six. Performances have been shocking, hard watch, if I'm honest. When we played Mansfield at home, when we lost that lead, our fuming. All due respect to Mansfield, but we shouldn't have thrown that away. I mean, you've got to give other teams credit. You know, if they're figuring as art as well, but in most cases, I think it's our own undoing. I don't think some players has been performing as well. So let's get that out there anyway. I personally think some players are either, I don't know, not bothered, minds elsewhere with transfer window, or other things which has been bandied about, like not playing for manager for Orient. I don't know, but some players has got to take accountability. That's first and foremost. I think so anyway. I'm not saying it's all players' fault. Coaching, management, so it goes down to Orient and Keogh. I've stuck and backed Orient up to now, but I think some of his substitutions and his teams, you know, you can only stand up for him, you know, for so long, really. Jorgen Nathan, let's start with him from other day against Lincoln. I thought he had a stinker. Not only one, not only player that did, but he keeps starting over Phillips. I don't know. I personally think Phillips is a better footballer. And yeah, whether Phillips has got an eye on moving or not, I don't know. But to me, you've got to play your best players while they're still there. And yeah, I think Phillips should be starting. McGoldrick, I think it's just there just to make numbers up at bench when he comes on. And I hate slating players. I hate saying this, but to me, he just don't look bothered at all. You can say that his legs has gone, that he's old. But to me, when he comes on, I think there's very little effort there. And I personally think he's just there just to make bench up. I do expect, and well, me and Maddie said exactly the same. I think it'll be his last season as a player. In fact, he might not see season out before he calls it a day. And I said to Maddie yesterday, I think that's probably one of the things what's affecting his game, because he's at that age now. If he does have a bad injury, I think that'll be it. You know, he just won't recover, and I think that plays it back with his mind, because there's just no there with him at all. It's a bit pointless fetching him on. But again, it's only my humble opinion. I might be wrong. if you agree with me or disagree, just pop it comments. But that's where I see it. Defence. Well, what can I say about defence? It's shambolic at time, isn't it? Defenders running into each other like it was other day. Miscommunication with keeper. A lot of people are pulling keeper down. Murphy Cooper. Yeah, I can see why, but it's not all his fault. You know, you've got to take into account what's in front of him as well. I think we need a couple of centre halves in as well if we are going to put things right. If we are going to stick with Orian, they do need to back him, and it's a big transfer window this time. But I think we've said that before, and now it really happens. If we don't win against Wigan, because I think we do need a win there, and it's a tall order. It's not easiest place to go, which I don't think many places are in League One. I think we're going to be in trouble. We're going to be looking over our shoulders even more if we don't get out against Wigan. Players need to step up. His interview the other day, Mark Roberts, I think he hit nail on head, but again against Lincoln, he was guilty of things as well. But I think it's going all the way through the team. I think at minute, I think DKD were quiet against Lincoln as well. I think all it's shining like I can see at minute is Kelly. I think Kelly looks quality. Obviously Cleary does. I saw today that there's rumours about Cleary talking to Championship clubs, and I think clubs abroad as well, all players at a lot higher level. So it's going to be tough to keep him. But I said when I first saw him, and Maddie will validate this, I've always said I think he's too good for League One. But if he does go in this transfer window, I'll be very disappointed, because I think a season wheels see where we are, but you can't blame him for going, because it's not brilliant at minute. With Orian, it's a tough one. Can we afford to get rid of him? But on the other end of the scale, I don't think that justifies keeping somebody in a job that's failing. If he's failing, then they need to get rid of him. It's as simple as that. We've got rid of managers, head coaches before. Well, look at Collins. We got him to playoffs and we sacked him. We fought players that were over. So it don't justify keeping a manager just because of the cost if he's not doing his job. To me, you've got to do something about it. It's you that's employed him in first place. So again, clubs got to take some accountability. But then again, like I said, have they getting tools to work with? I personally don't think they have. We knew before the season started what we needed. And I think Orian said it as well. We need forwards in. We've got McGoldrick, who looks like he's just there, just like literally a squad player. Like I said, just to make numbers up. So yeah, I do feel for Orian, but end of the day, buck stops with your head coach and manager. And I think it's a big game for him against Wigan now. Then we've got Port Vale away. I don't think we'll get out against them, if I'm honest. We've got Blackpool coming up. They one other day. Teams below us already are catching us up, and we're getting slowly dragged down into wrong half of the table. And it's just annoying. It's sad to watch. I don't know what else to say, really. club needs to make a statement this transfer window, whether we keep Urian or not. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This crap about, oh, they've got no money, they put their own money in. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. When you take over a football club, that's what you expect to do. You put money in. You don't just take over a football club. Don't expect to put money in just to, just so you can take it out. And to me, it just looks like they're just putting minimal effort in just to make it tick over, and hopefully, something will stick. That's how it comes to me. There's just no ambition and out. Deep down, really deep down, aren't bothered about if we're successful in terms of going up. Probably not. And it's sad to say that, really. Just show some ambition. Just put some ambition into the club. Help your manager. Help your head coach. Get him tools to work with. I'm not pulling him down, but we've got a young lad at back, Jack Shepherd. I'm not saying that, I'm not pulling him down, but we're relying on young lads like Jack Shepherd playing in a tough League One campaign, who we signed from Pontycolaris. We're expecting him to be the next big thing, and that's where we are as a club, and that's where we are in league. Now, I think if Ovian came out and said truthfully, at this stage of season, are we above target where he expects us to be in league? He's got to say no. Far, far from it. 15th in league is shocking, really. And like I say, some performances have just been terrible. It looks like we're allergic to clean sheets, which is concerning as well. We can never keep a clean sheet. A big rebuild in January, but it depends what players go, and the players that do go, the players that are our first teamers, we need to replace them properly. And how many times have I said it's not something that we do right at all? I don't know. It's crap at the minute. Crowd against Lincoln other day it said it all. It were poor. Attendance were poor. A lot of empty seats, and it's only going to get worse if we're going to be lingering in bottom half of League One this season. You've got to speculate to accumulate, and I know there's fans that defends Board, and again, it's all opinions, but I'm sorry, but they've got to do something. They've got to just. They can't just expect buying bargain basement, and sometimes I don't think they even that players and hoping something sticks. And again, I don't want to pick on any players, but what does Orian see in Neil Firouzja? I don't know. I don't get that at all. He should be nowhere near first team, not even hot subs bench. If we had a proper squad, he should be nowhere near that team. And Jorgen Nathan, I'm sorry, but he's not ready. He is not ready at all. He looked awful in the last couple of weeks, did Jorgen Nathan. He needs to go out on loan. I think he's at about 2 seasons too soon. He needs a couple of seasons out. And it don't do him any harm, because a lot of good players has done that and come back stronger. But no, we're just trying to fill gaps with, poor players, I'm afraid. Like I say, I think Kelly's been a good signing. I think he's a really good player. He'll be another one that'll be attracting clubs soon, because he looks, I think he looks quality, if I'm honest. I think he's won man at match a couple of times, hot shot. Cleary, like I say, I'll give him my views on Cleary. I personally think he's too good for League One anyway. But if somebody comes in with, I don't know, a Tesco club voucher, we'll let him go. We'll let him go on first offer. So I'm expecting him going. DKD will go. Connell, I don't think he's a captain. If I'm completely honest, I think that captaincy's not done him any favours at all on his performance. And why he's on corner duty, I'll never know. One of the worst corner takers I've seen for a long time is Connell. He shouldn't be nowhere near taking corners. Terrible. And yeah, needs captaincy taken off him. Whether they've done that to try and increase his value when he goes, or if somebody comes in for him, I don't know. But no, to me, not a captain at all. What else can I say? Strikers. We need strikers. We need at least 2 centre halves. I've always said, I don't know what it is, but we need something in midfield. Something's lacking in midfield for me. But I've said that for over a season now. There's just something lacking. And older fans like me and remember a defender called Darren Sheridan. We need somebody like that type of a player, which I don't think we've got at all. A grafter, and I don't think we've got it at all. De Givney, I won't be surprised if he goes, but I won't be too bothered. This is what I mean about defence, because when De Givney came on when Roberts got injured, there's always a mistake in De Givney. And I know the League One players, that's what you expect, but it's poor. So yeah, there we are. Let me know what you think in comments. I think club needs to really back him now. Like I say, especially if we are going to keep him. Even if they don't keep him and let him go, new person that comes in, something needs to change, because you know you can't do not without the proper equipment, without proper tools, and that's what we lack, especially in this league. I mean, Lincoln, looking down their team, they've got players that we should have gone in for, but we didn't. And they're not telling me that Lincoln can outbid us for wages. All due respect to Lincoln, but now I'm not wearing that one bit, not one bit at all. But attendances will start going down if we're going to start going on a bad run. But it's down to club and players now. Players need to take a bit of accountability and put in a performance against Wigan, and we need a result there. There's no two ways about it. If we don't, then I won't be surprised if they do something with Orian. Then we're back to square one then, chopping and changing head coach. Head coach that can't see it out till end of season. But I don't know. It's crap. It really is. We need his own keeper as well. None of this on loan crap that we've been doing for the last couple of seasons as well. Can't even get his own. Well, we haven't got his own keeper, but we sent him out to Grimsby. I'm not saying that he will answer that Jackson Smith, but we've given him a long contract and he doesn't even get nowhere near starting lineup. Then we send him out to Grimsby Town. So I don't know. Everything just seems like it's just done randomly, like we're just trying to carpet bomb stuff and hope that something sticks. I don't know. It's crap. But let me know what you think. Please like, subscribe, and I'll get off now rather than just moaning about us club. But let's hope for a win on Wigan. Me and Maddie will be there. Then we've got yeah, me and Maddie's on us got those tickets for Liverpool as well, so that'll be good as well. But thanks anyway. Take care.